Hello and welcome back to another episode of Toy Therapy. I'm your host, the Toy Therapist, aka Matthew Grant, and today I'm going to do some set of questions. I did my last video set from Dave and Emily, and this time around I'm going to do the questions set by John Knowles, aka TFknowly. So I got my questions here, which I got written down. I'm just going to run through those now. His questions, I really enjoyed his questions actually. I had to put a bit of thought into these ones, a little bit more thought to them, so I'm going to run through, okay? The first question, what would you like to see added that hasn't been added yet in regard to TF Nation? For me, I did this back in my first thoughts video of TF Nation. Even though I enjoyed the convention as a whole, it would have been nice if we had some sort of chill room, like it was very similar with AA, where we had Swerve's Bar, things like that. Just a little small area, which is now being used by the Forge. Maybe it's just a small chill out area so you can sit down, get a few drinks, get some liquids on board because of the hot weather at the moment that we've been having. And plus with all the amount of people that's going to be there, and I think it's going to be a record attendance this year of a certain concert that's going to be happening in the evening. I think a little small chill out area might be a good idea, just to maybe have a few fans going on, maybe some cold drinks in like water and things like that, so we all can get hydrated, because I think that weekend is going to be a hot one if the weather carries on as it has been as of late for the last few weeks. So a chill out area, something like that, could be a good idea. Or even just some free bottled water to people, just to make sure they keep them hydrated, because that would be a massive godsend. So I really think something like that needs to be sort of thought out, depending on the weather. Because I know last year there was like a barbecue area, and maybe if they open that up for people to sit down, enjoy and chill in the fresh air, in the fresh air, in the shade or something like that, that would be quite a good idea. So I'm all for that. I really am. I think that could be a good idea. This next question is pick 3 Transformers voice actors that haven't been to TF Nation. For me, one of the first people to come to mind would be Judd Nelson, because he voiced Hot Rod in the movie Cartoon, and he did Hot Rod again. He reprised his role for the Combiner Wars or Power Masters. I can't remember which one it was, but cause I've never seen that series. I've seen bits of it. That would be really nice if we get him to come in as well. That would be fantastic. Another person would be nice as well. God, this is a tough one, really. I mean, I want to avoid the cliches of Peter Cullen and Frank Welker. I want to avoid those type of cliches. I really do, and I'm not very good with names. Really, I'm quite terrible with names. But his is one of the main names I would like to see to come back, really, or even some of the human characters and some of the people that were in the Bayverse as well. Even some of those voice actors from that as well. That would be nice as well, because I do like the Bay movies. I really do, because last year we had Mark Ryan, and he was such a delight to talk to. So it would be really nice if we just had a few more of the Bayverse type characters, voice actors, or even just the actual main actors in it as well. So that would be really nice to have and incorporate a bit more to that for me. For me, that's just my personal opinion. But that's what I would like to see happen. Just some more characters that we've not seen as well. I mean, another person I wouldn't mind seeing, actually, if it would be at all possible, would be Jack Angel, who voiced Ultra Magnus in the film as well. That would be nice. That would be very cool. So Judd Nelson, him. Oh God, and the person played. Oh, see, I can't remember her name. That name just gone out of my head. That really has gone out of my head. God, I can't remember her name now. That's quite bad, really. But yeah, those would be the people I would like to see. I mean, especially Judd Nelson, because I think he could be a real laugh as well. And have him at the Transformers convention. Yes, he is a big name actor as well, but it would be nice to see him come to a convention over the UK and tell us all the stories of his time in Hollywood and making the film. That would be sheer gold. I really think he could be a very good guest if TF Nation guys can nab him. That'd be something I would love to see. And plus, being a massive fan of Kevin Smith films, he was in Jane Silent Bob Strikes Back. He was one of the sheriffs, and I did love him in The Breakfast Club as well. So yes, it'll be really good to have him there. So, next question. My favourite pickup from Auto Assembly or TF Nation. I did this in my last video, and I'm going to show it off again because this is one of my favourite pickups. I picked up the alternator Optimus Prime, the Dodge Ram, and this figure is just phenomenal. And it's not very often you get a chance to see die-cast figures. You just don't. I mean, the last time I had a die-cast figure was on the original toys, so having something like that, and it is really quite weighty as well. And I remember seeing him in a comic book, and I went, oh god, I really want that. And that's when I was getting back into Transformers collecting. I collected the odd couple here and there, I collected a lot of NAF, but now I'm pretty much doing only masterpieces, unless I see an alternator that I actually fancy, because there's a couple of alternators I really want to get. Because I've got myself Prime, as you've seen. I've got myself Dead End. Was it Dead End? I got him. Yes, Dead End. And I got Wheeljack and I got Hot Rod. Those are my main ones I got at the moment. It would be nice to get Megatron or Ravage, as well as Shockwave. Those would be the ones I would like to get in my collection. Just a couple more. Maybe even get my hold of Jazz even. If I see him around, I might pick that up. If I see it, just grab it quick. So if any of you guys see one, let me know. I wouldn't mind picking one up. So that's my favourite Transformers Convention pickup I had, really. It's been that. Sorry for the sniffles. I'm suffering with hay fever at the moment because of the heat and so on. The suffering with hay fever, so I do apologise. Right, this is the two-part question. No, I think it's not a two-part question. More was a one-part question, really. What would you like to see more of? More convention exclusives? If so, what would you like to see that hasn't been done yet? Convention exclusives. I'm not a really big fan of convention exclusives. I mean, I love San Diego. I love San Diego with a passion. It's one of the conventions I really want to go to, and seeing those exclusives and seeing how they get pushed online for silly amount of money by scalpers, it kind of turned me off of convention exclusives. The only convention exclusive I ever picked up, just double checking it, I ever picked up was it was a San Diego Comic Con exclusive, but A1 Toys had a shipment of them, and they had that, and I paid my deposit at London Film and Comic Con. Was it London Film and Comic Con, or was it Birmingham? Was it London? I can't remember which. I know it was one of the London conventions. It most probably would have been Birmingham. It would have been them. I think it was actually Birmingham. Not Birmingham. Sorry, was it Birmingham? I can't remember. And that was the Obi-Wan Kenobi set with the interactive bit with Carrie Fisher's pre-recorded voice as well, with the whole message from the R2 unit and so on as well. That has been my only real big convention exclusive, has been that. That's something I really wanted. And plus it was a reasonable price, they wasn't hiked up too much, and I avoided the eBay scalpers, something chronic. I mean, there's been a few convention exclusives I really fancied get my hands on. One of them being the Matty Collector exclusive of the containment suit Doomsday. That just went through the roof with price. And as well, this is a bit of a weird one. I'm a massive He-Man fan as well, and they did a Chia Pet of Mossman. That is just brilliant. And you can't get that for love and money as well. So convention exclusives for me at the moment leave a bit of a bad taste in my mouth. I mean, and last time they did Rune, which did really well, and AA as well did a couple. I'm not really a big fan of them because unless it's a masterpiece and something I wouldn't mind having in my collection, then I might do it. But at the moment, most of the time, it's been the characters I'm not really invested in, and I don't really want to give in to it either as well, because it does leave a bit of a bad taste in my mouth. Because I haven't been stung. It's just for the ones I really want to try and get my hands on, try and go to the websites as well, and it's all jammed with people trying to buy them, and then go back the next day, you see them all on eBay for like twice or three times the amount. So I kind of like just literally just don't want to do that anymore. It's for me, it's ludicrous. I mean, they've done it with the Stormtroopers, and I know for a fact they were going to release a Stormtrooper anyway at some point as well, which they did do. The packaging was good, but that's what you buy them sometimes as well. Sometimes it's cooler packaging and things like that. So I can't be bothered with all that. So that is pretty much, like I said, just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. So I got no real opinion of it. I mean, last year they did comics as well. I missed out on that because it would have been nice to get a comic, but I wasn't invested in Transformers animated. So I wasn't really invested compared to some of the fans out there. So some exclusives really are quite wasted on me. I do feel now they are wasted. But for some people, they love all that sort of thing. I mean, I always like to buy, say, a limited print or something like that, so I can take something home with me. So it goes, yes, this was that. I did that. I got that there. Maybe something like that will interest me more. But other than that, I don't really see any point. That's just my opinion. So hopefully you enjoyed these questions. I hope TFknowly has enjoyed these answers as well. So I will be signing out until next time, and I'm going to be doing a review. My Hulkbuster has arrived. It arrived yesterday. So you'll be seeing a review of Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure, another Bath Build-A-Figure of Hulkbuster, and he is quite impressive lump of plastic. So I can't wait to get him in front of the camera and me behind the camera showing you what I really think of the actual figurine. So this is Toy Therapy signing out. Until next time, I'll see you guys and girls. See you guys and girls later on. Take care. Bye bye.